believe is probably the number one watched and talked about show right now on Netflix is Love is Blind. You give so much, a lot of times, unfortunately, to the wrong man, and you kind of set up that man to be better for the next one.
You know, when he was bringing up that he was worried about cheating, I'm like, why is she going around that? This is what's wild is women are doing this every single day.
Every day. Everybody is mad at Clay, but AD is equally as responsible for her heartbreak.
Come on. While a lot of times women are being a sacrifice to a boy while he's trying to become a man. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. What I believe is probably the number one watched and talked about show right now on Netflix is Love is Blind. I began to get a little addicted myself. I was trying not to, but I got in there and I was like, dang, I like it. I really, really do. So this season, there was a particular couple that everyone was speaking on, and that is AD and Clay.
Man.
This storyline has so many breakdowns, so many things to discuss that we believe we have talked about on so many different occasions on this podcast. And so this is a clip that we're going to be talking about, that we're going to share with y'all, that it really kind of like sat with us.
You did.
I did my best.
You did. Do you think it wasn't good enough? No. So everything I'm saying is not resonating to you, huh?
It's hard to make, like what you say and what I feel.
Mm-hmm. Come together. Yeah. I just feel like I learned so much about myself and it kind of got scary.
I think my thing is like,
I should have said it.
That, like, I feel kind of like a sacrifice. Like, you learned so much about yourself.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
You used me to like do it.
That part was difficult to watch because, this man is going on and on about like, wow, I've learned so much by being with you, and you've encouraged me, and you did this, and you're saying these things after leaving her at the altar, and I think that is what a lot of women, first of all, we're built to nurture. But especially if you actually have cultivated the ability to nurture, you give so much, a lot of times, unfortunately, to the wrong man, and you kind of set up that man to be better for the next one. And I am sure that can feel like a sacrifice. Now, most people don't know my story, but I mean, I got to start assuming that I had very little dating experience before Namdi. We got together when I was 21. And I just don't have the experience of like a deep dive into another relationship and feeling like I really gave a man my all. Yeah. But seeing this type of stuff, I'm like, had I dated longer or something like that, of course, that it could have been me, where you are just hoping for the best, especially because Clay, if y'all don't know the storyline, the whole time, yes, he was a boat of red flags. But he also was very much like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I have an unpopular opinion before I get to that. So he had promised her so many things. And so a lot of times a woman will behave as a wife before she is even that, in hopes that she'll be a wife. So she'll literally become the wife, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, you need to be the wife before you be the wife. But that doesn't mean giving it up. That does not mean, honestly, putting all your eggs in one basket, unless y'all are exclusively dating, of course. But I think a lot of women deal with that. Just sometimes that can be this like delusional hope. And the reason why I believe it's a delusional hope is because he just presented so many red flags. He talked about cheating consistently all the way through the show. And she was just like, the way that she looked at her, I mean, the way that when he was talking about cheating, the way that she was looking at him, she was like, in my spirit, I said, this is what she's saying in her head. You are just so fine, and I'm gonna fix you up. I'm gonna fix you up. I'm gonna put this booty on you. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna throw this thing back. I'm gonna pray over you. You got the pieces. I watch. Yeah. That's how she was looking at him. Like, you know what? It's okay. You got the pieces. You got the things all together. I'm gonna put you together. And then this the last thing I'm gonna say before you go, babe. Yeah. And I have a very unpopular opinion.
What's that?
Very, very unpopular against the world. Everybody is mad at Clay. Everybody is upset at Clay. I am so sorry, y'all. But AD is equally as responsible for her heartbreak.
Come on.
I'm sorry. Like we she's beautiful. She has a great personality. So it's so easy to love her. But at the same time, like y'all, in the beginning of the episode, she literally says, I see red flags and paint my nails with them. So she's literally saying, y'all, I ignore red flags. I ignore them. And I know that about myself.
Yeah.
So I remember I told of one of my friends, and we were like going through something. I said, sis, don't allow me to break your heart. Right? Like, you have your standards for yourself. Don't pray that I can be a different friend. You see me as I am and you move accordingly. And so I feel like she knew that she was a person that probably, I mean, clearly has a toxic trait of ignoring red flags. And now we want to be mad that he left you at the altar. And the thing is, that is the point of building your list of non-negotiables, so you can create those boundaries that keep you safe.
Yes.
Literally, it keeps you safe. Like, okay, I don't want to deal with a liar. I don't want to deal with a cheater. I don't want to deal with a man with mama issues. I don't want to deal with a whatever it is. You create that before you get in these relationships, so you can say, okay, while I'm sober in my mind, I don't got no pain in me. I'm good. I'm clear. I need to create a border, a boundary that will keep me safe before I fall in love. So no matter how much I love you, dang, my list said I can't get with a liar. I know what that feels like. My ex was that, and he brought me through a ringer. He cheated on me like crazy and gave me a this. Da, 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 da. You'll be able to look at that list a little clearer. And the last point I'm gonna make is, had intimacy not been in it, the heartbreak would have been a little less too. Message. When you are intimate and it is not liberating to give your body to a man that is not your husband. All that does is blind you and fog you from the things that God and people and everybody else can clearly see.
Yeah.
So I hate that for her, because she's so beautiful, she's so gorgeous. But while Clay going to therapy, AD need to go too.
Come on. Yeah, I crazy thing, I was not about to be into this show, y'all, at all. But I kept seeing, like, hearing a little bit of it, and I decided to peep over. I'm looking around the corner, like, what they? So they supposed to be getting together, and then all of a sudden, y'all, I'm sitting up here like, man, put it on the screen. Let's look at this together, or whatever. And it was something about this couple, obviously great looking couple together, and everything. And you know, when he was bringing up that he was worried about cheating, I'm like, why is she going around that? Why is she going around that? And but I'm like, this is what's wild is women are doing this every single day.
Every day.
The culture is telling y'all to do this every single day. The culture is telling you to go get the body and all, and then it will fix everything.
Yeah.
And we have seen that is lies on top of lies. Some of your biggest, greatest entertainers, they cannot keep a man. He's cheating. They getting ran through. He just been violent about some of them. If you know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about with their situation. Like, if that hasn't told you anything, it's not going to be your looks and your body that's going to change this man at all.
Yeah.
That's not what's going to happen. And I think that's where she comes into a problem. You know, I see Clay. I can't think but to have grace upon him, because I can see the old me, some pieces that was there in a lot of men. Just when she said the part about being a sacrifice, I just had to think about all the women that were low-key a sacrifice for me.
Yeah.
A sacrifice of, while a lot of times women are being a sacrifice to a boy while he's trying to become a man. Message. Stuff like this. I don't look at stuff like, sometimes I seen something like that. When I looked at him, I seen me. I was like, oh my gosh. Just obviously I've apologized to certain people, especially the ones that I got kids by. I've apologized for those things that I did and how I was in the past, as far as it goes, whether they accepted it or not. But at the end of the day, like, I thought about all those different women who had to go through all the games that I played, and that their body was just a sacrifice. They thought they was going to do whatever, and I was going to be wooed. And by the next week, I'm like, hey, I'm back with my ex. They're like, what? Like, what's going on here? Like, they feel like a sacrifice, and so many women, you're being treated like a piece of meat when you're more valuable than that. I don't know. I speak so much to our ladies, and I think I said this last week, because they're so misguided. Because women are meant to be led, and once a man plug that thing in the socket, if they let the wrong Negro do that, or the Caucasian, or whatever he is, okay? If they let the wrong one do that, they're programmed. They go into a, what do you say? Okay, I'm doing that. What else do you want? You want me to throw it back? You want me to leave my friend alone? You don't want me to talk to her no more? Okay. Yes, I'm not talking to her no more. You don't want me to go to church no more. Now I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Yes, I will do that. Oh, now I'm a nation of, okay. That's literally what kind of happens in a way.
I am making that a real.
Pain can just turn the whole thing out. Mine just gone. I've seen women leave Christ because that Negro.
That's true. That's true.
Just because she didn't even probably get one off.
Yeah.
Girl,
don't even be having orgasms.
You picked him over Jesus.
Yeah. And yeah.
But
yeah.
He didn't create what we're doing. It was meant for, it's so powerful that it's meant for a marriage to be with one person only. That it will take the most broken marriage in men, that bad boy.
Oh my goodness.
We could be on the outs.
Mm-hmm.
Forget you too. Forget it. Whatever. I don't even like whatever. Blah blah blah. Get that mug rocking. I'm not just talking about us, but anybody. If you grown, it's that powerful. That's why you be like, why y'all back together again? I thought he.
Damn, that's fast.
Well, what happened was she got lonely and she called him over, and then he did that again. But he still ain't really committing. And so I speak so much because I hate to see, it's like I was in the bad boys club and now I'm out, and I'm trying to save as many women from dealing with the bad boys. Yeah. Go get the good one. I know it's not popular. Yeah, your toxicity wants to be talked to wrong. You want to be in physical altercations because you believe that's kind of love or whatever, in some weird twisted way, because your mom might have went through it or whatever, and your dad did whatever. Like, I'm telling you, get clear, man. Stop. I seen that and I felt for that young lady.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, she was a sacrifice like me?
That's sad.
Like on a stove? And I felt, and I was like, Lord, have mercy on me, because I've sacrificed some women like that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for Clay that he is going to get the help that he's supposed to go get. But here's the thing. We seen a clip of them the other day. Looks like they were hanging out or whatever.
Not the other day. It was Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving, because this was recorded over a year ago. Yeah. And it's like, he
left you at the altar and you're at his family house. So after he left her at the altar, she was at his family house on Thanksgiving. I believe that two people create dogs, and that is most of the time single women that are mothers, right? That daddy wasn't around, and women that let men play them. Yeah. Like, we let them get away with dog activity. And it wasn't until you met me that you found a woman with standards.
Yeah.
Literally.
I was like, I gotta do what?
Yes, you gotta open up my door. Yes, you gotta take me on a date. Yes, you gotta pay for my hair. Yes, you gotta tell me you love me. Yes, you gotta give me a massage. Yes, I need to have orgasms too. Yes, I need to.
I ain't never had to do all this work. One of my sisters in love.
Yep.
She told you what? What did she tell you?
She said Namdi ain't never had to work like this in no relationship.
Had to do nothing.
She told me straight up. She was like, Namdi ain't never had to do this. I said, well, welcome to what every woman should be standing on.
And guess what? He gonna marry the one who give him a standard, because he's attracted to that. He's like, hold up, you different. So I can't just call you to come over and watch Netflix and then we get it in.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make me take you out. You're gonna make me do some work. You're gonna actually inspect the fruit of who I am and all that before you do all of that. Something about a man say, oh, it's attractive to them.
Yeah.
But when you're
another one, you're literally a number. She let me do it. Yep, her too. And
this notch on the belt. You get talked about in the barbershop, and I'm telling you, I've been there and I still hear it. Telling you, getting talked about in the bar. I used to go in the barbershop and I used to hear these dudes talk about chicks that we know. Like, oh, what you call it? Man, smashed her the other day. Man, her and a friend, woo. Do. Oh man, shoot, I smashed in here, homeboy smashed it. I'm telling you what I know. Women do not be another notch on the belt in a barbershop talk. Don't do it. Don't be the sacrifice. Set a standard. Set boundary. We're going to keep saying this stuff till we're blue in the face, because you guys are too addicted to blue face and Krishans and all the other different hip hop stars and things of that sort that's in your stereo system telling you how to live in your subconscious mind, which you're operating off of 90 to 95% of the time. It's soaking all that in, saying, ooh, I need to get a man like this. Ooh, he got to put it down like this. Ooh, it got to be like this. That's why I say, hey, watch the ear gate, watch the eye gate, because it's telling you, it's programming you, and you don't even know it before you're already in the action that it has been moving you.
Yes.
Get away from it.
Yeah, I want to also say if you have daddy issues, you even more so need to take caution in your dating experience because the type of void that you're dealing with and the type of tolerance that you do have to BS is way higher than a woman whose dad was in the house affirming her. Like, no, you better not let no Negro If he tell him to come to the front door. He need what's up? Hey John, how you doing? Like a woman that comes from a loving father, a protecting father, of someone that guided her, typically goes through less chaos in their dating life. I had a dad in the home. My dad was active. And so you can see the difference in women who are missing their father as well. So if you are missing your father, maybe he was there or he just wasn't active, you have to take even more caution because you don't know subconsciously how you're moving, how you're searching just for the touch and the love of a man. I don't know what I was watching today, but it was something. What was I watching on TV or YouTube somewhere? Lord, bring it. I don't even know.
This is love or whatever you call that.
No, I was watching something and this girl was just explaining like just basically like I was just searching for the touch of a man. Like I didn't have a dad hug on me, so I was just craving the masculine touch. I'm like, my God. Wow. So yes, you're gonna be used as a sacrifice. You got so many dog Negroes that they don't give a darn about you. They want to get one off so they can tell their homies. That's it. And so it's up to you to take these precautions and just to give somebody that's listening right now, a woman that's listening right now, like, well, how do I do that? Sis, you gotta have community. You gotta have the safety net of brothers and sisters in Christ around you. And then when you do begin to date someone, y'all gotta stop dating so privately. Like, nah, bring bro around. Hey, come to church. Yeah, we're going to Papa Do's afterwards, pull up. And then your brothers in Christ who really been rocking with the Lord, your sisters, whatever, they can start to inspect like, okay, so bro, so what you been doing for the last how long you been saying? And you can get these people to get around because it's just a lot of private dating from women that haven't even really made a standard for themselves in dating. They're just kind of winging it because they want to be married. You better not wing this game. You better not wing it. You mess around and have a kid with the wrong one, that could literally be repercussions and reaping your bad decision that you made on one night for the rest of your life. How we know that? Because we experience it. Yeah. I was about to say we've experienced it. We experience it.
Like, I don't speak from I'm telling you from real life what I deal with as far as it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got things like real talk. We can see us smile and do what we do, man. We're persevering through it all. Because it's a lot of stuff in the background that we had to deal with as far as consequences from things that I did in me trying to figure myself out, just really trying to be esteemed as a man. You understand? Because of maybe mom didn't do as much certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't get what she needed. You know what I'm saying? And so you end up being this sacrifice from patterns of a whole family tree. Shouldn't even be for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ends up happening because this fella, like he said, he's just trying to figure it out. Before he went on this show, he did not go and think to have therapy to deal with the situation of him going and having to see his dad cheat on his mom. So now he's scarred for life thinking that I'm going to do what my daddy did.
Yeah.
That's tough right there, man.
And that's why I also don't beat Clay down because I watched another interview where he was talking. He was like, I didn't even know that affected me until this show.
Yeah.
I didn't even know my daddy taking me on trips. His dad took him on trips as he cheated. He was like, I didn't even know that affected me. And we all like, blah, blah, blah. hecka of us don't know that things are affecting us as we're dating.
Yeah.
Why am I seeking so much from men and validate?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. My daddy, da 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 da.
Come on.
My mama, da da. That's all of us. That's why I was like, y'all going pretty hard for probably most Americans that ain't even been to therapy to talk about this stuff.
Yeah. No,
all of us got some baggage. And I love what you said. Like, no, we're dealing with mama did this.
Yeah.
Grandma did this. And so you have to go to therapy. And I think it's dope that he even took this show as an experiment for himself to be like, okay, now I know, but that's her. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, while he did the experiment, right? So he's walking away with some evidence of who he is. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I think AD might not be walking away with the same type of evidence, because we all going, yeah, girl, you bomb. Look at that booty and them thighs. But somebody probably need to be like, sis, you need to look at your stuff too, because I am sure you probably wouldn't have felt as much of a sacrifice if you had not given your body to him. Yeah. If you were not intimate with him, if you did not, because that's really the base of it. That's really that. If they had just been dating, it would have been like, that's your loss. But at least it's not a new body. At least I didn't connect my soul with you through intimacy. And so, yeah, I think she needs to look back and be like, why do mind y'all, we ain't showing all of it. She said this keeps happening. She said she keeps getting close. Yes. She keeps getting close. So when do you learn that, like, step back. What do I keep doing? Okay, maybe I'll just take away sex.
You know what the problem is, babe? A lot of women are, unfortunately, whenever they're out of a relationship, they're on a victim parade. Oh. So what happens is all the homegirls or all the people come to make you feel like you wasn't the problem, he was. No, exactly. You was the problem too, because you picked him. Too. Because you let him do what he did as well. So listen, you are the problem too. And I think that we've seen that where someone who was on a victim parade, you got to go on this victim parade. So now y'all coddled her. Y'all coddled this person. Now they never grow. Learn. Yeah, they never grow because you never say.
AD literally cannot grow from this situation because she is literally the world's favorite person right now.
Yeah.
So y'all not even giving her the room to be like, nah, sis, you literally said I paint my nails red with red flags.
Wow, dude is actually taking accountability. And I was like, I said, actually, I rock with him. I said, when I seen him on that reunion, I said, I like him. He's a stand-up guy to say, no, this is me. I was wrong.
She didn't
him. He dang near had to hold back tears.
And I want to know, as we wrap this up, in the comments below, do y'all think that AD was wrong at all?
Come on.
Like, this is why there was a comment that said, or there's this viral skit that's going on where they're like, a man that's going to church and they run, like, oh my God, there's a man that is honest, and they run. They're like, yes. It's a man put in a comment, he said, a woman that holds herself accountable. I'm like, yeah.
That's why people be loving your reels. The men be on her reels talking about protect her at all costs and all that, because nobody's ever seen a woman speak up and say, I emasculated him. Yeah. I did these type of things. Yeah. I wasn't the best in my marriage. Women, that typically doesn't happen. And guess what? They're typically the ones that's filing for the D word.
And it's so that's why I said it's good to do community and do right community, because it's up to us to be like, sis, girl, why do you keep having sex so fast, boo?
Doing so much.
Why do you keep doing it so fast? So yeah, we want to know. Yeah. Tell us what y'all think in the comments down below. Do y'all think AD is wrong? Do y'all think Clay is wrong? How do y'all feel about it, y'all? We would love to chat with y'all in the comments.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.